Okay, this shouldn't be so exciting for me, but it is because getting flying AI to work is difficult. Anyways, so the ship controller here, as you can see, allows you to hover and fly in any direction you want. Yee. And roll even. Whee! And it also has an auto recovery, so like if I roll a little bit and then let go, it auto levels, which is nice. Anyways, I didn't code any of that. That's a plugin. But so over here in the blueprint, basically this is how I'm implementing aiming the enemy ship at the player. And it's all due to this find look at rotation node that comes with Unreal. So a lot of times this is used to like have an NPC like face the player as they move around in the world. So you just set the player as the target location. You set the NPC itself, or self, as the starting location. And then you have this thing called the delta rotator, which is taking the rotation of the actor, and then it's giving you your roll, pitch, and yaw. So for my racing game, I was just using yaw, which means like steering left and right, because you don't need roll and pitch. But because this is a 3D, uh, flight, you want the roll and pitch. I found out I had to invert the pitch because the ship was actually flipping itself upside down and facing backwards. But anyways, so you invert the pitch, and then you set the plugin, the 6 degrees of freedom movement plugin. You set the roll, pitch, and yaw as these values. And I'm doing this every, 120 times per second. So um, instead of a tick, which if you do an event tick, it varies based on your frame rate. So like if you're only getting 15 frames per second, it's only going to do it 15 times per second. And if you're getting 200 frames per second, it's going to do it 200 times per second. So it's inconsistent. So I do this thing where you create a timer and you divide 1 by 120, which gives you 0.00833 repeater. You set this to looping, and then you call this, I call it tick 120. And then so basically on begin play, I activate this timer, and it just constantly loops and calls this tick 120 code, and that's my steer at the player code. And the result of this is you can now fly towards the ship, and it will automatically aim towards the player, which is freaking awesome. So basically now all I have to do is give this ship just a permanent throttle, so he's just constantly thrusting forward, and we have a really simple AI. And then I have to just figure out how to tell him to shoot at the player. And he's just going to shoot randomly whether the player's there or not, I think. I don't need to bother giving him vision or anything. He's just going to, as he's flying, he's just going to shoot at you. I mean, I could do player detection. I could put a sphere around the enemy, so if the player is within range of the sphere, then he can shoot, but like, who cares? He could just be shooting constantly. I don't think it's going to make a difference. So, but yes, this is so simple. Just having the ship. Oh, he's getting confused. But having him orient towards the player at all times is such a simple thing, and yet I am so excited that this is working. Screw you, I'm going up above, buddy. Hey, look at that, he found me. So yeah, now if I go back to the event graph and I'm going to create another function called, let's see, thrust speed, and we're going to get the plugin and set thrust. What is it? Let's see. Player. No, it's probably like forward or something. Blarg. Where's my... Here we go. Movement controls. Forward input is what we want. So now I gotta here set forward input, and now literally this is my gas. 0 is not moving, 1 is top speed. So I'm going to promote this to available, a variable, not available, and call this current thrust. And let's see. Then I can do, I'm going to actually change this to get THRUST, not thirst. It's not going to get thirst. It's not a vampire ship. And then I'm going to run this, get thrust on the tick as well. So basically that's saying just always get whatever the current thrust amount is and apply that. And then we can call events, so we can create some, and this is now useless. So we can create some events and we can call these, let's do thrust max, and I'm gonna set the current thrust to 1, and then custom event thrust half, and I'm gonna set the current thrust to 0.5. So that way we can actually control the speed of the enemy ship too. So we could have him like go through, I don't know, triggers or something in the world, and now he can't move it. You know, he moves at half speed. He can't move as fast or whatever. It's just nice to have, but basically I'm gonna tell him to thrust max. Jesus, I can't speak. I'm too excited. Thrust quarter, and do that as 0.25, and then we'll go thrust 3/4. We'll set this to 0.75. So really, if I'm doing these in order, thrust 3/4, thrust half, thrust quarter, compile, save, and now on begin play, I just tell him to thrust max, maximum hip thrusting. Now he should fly at me. Hello! He's chasing me! I love it! Whee! And now we have simple ship AI. Whee! He doesn't corner all that well, but there you have it. There's our AI. Let's see if we can get him down on the ground here. Whoops, whoops. Oh, yep, he can get on the ground and under the ship. Whee! Hey, look at that. He's just constantly chasing the player. This is awesome. And can you hit him? Pew, 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 pew. Those aren't real lasers yet, but that's the line trace for hitting him. Pew, pew, pew. So yeah, might want to have him slow down when he gets to within range of the player, because Oh, I wonder. Oh yeah, right. I have to code. I was gonna code it so that once he gets in within range of the player, he explodes. But I don't know if he's just gonna circle me right now, I think. Yeah. Wee. Once he gets to the player, he just circles them. That's awesome. Looks like a dogfight. Ah ha ha! I'm over here now, buddy. Oh, this is so stupid, but kind of awesome. Okay, that's it.